all the updates that you need to know. Especially, we want to know the clear guidelines when it comes to sponsorship, certificate of sponsorship for our health and care brothers and sisters as Abre Omo Ede Abakrum Hanomo, and also students' visas when maybe Unipano Eba school no ria. What are the options that are available to them? Any lawyer abe come home no ebe twetwe enkomo, and if there is any update say hu so a eno so no ode ebe man e wo dwumadie so. Na mesrew say Sabra Minika say ye wo enipa be say 35 on Zoom, we call YouTube and Facebook and so nkofo ehwe ewo ho na emum bomodia link na we buy na share it to your friends and loved ones, even your church platform cry na inviting nkofo no mo so emra mekan ho esan say eba no UK immigration dia ehu be hia say ye nyina ye besua na wo kina bi obi ehia enchirechire mu bi a na wonso wanya bi ede aka akire no nti fre wonua bi adamfo bi na ono nso emekan ho ewo dwumadie so na nwumre ye nyina ye nsua ade ahanom de eya ye ba ade na ye ba besua na ye nyina ye de atoto abobo ye mbra ewo yen amonone ayewo empo bi a na opese okofa wonua bi oba bi efi oman Ghana mu eba megidi se ene adesuan ebetimi aboa opa nti fre obi na ono nso enjoy ne nwumre ojumedie so ansana mede lawyer wisdom ebebro no mamefa asida kese asida emudu asida PSC emfama Taptap Send izan se adwumakoi eno na ekita yemu every meresantina yefiti dwumadie ase ekita yemu ababesi ene intene se wutie me wo hweme na se won joining Taptap Send big family na bomodia call Play Store, App Store na download Taptap Send sabria na wonso nam Taptap Send so na fa send sika ekoma adofo no ewo my Ghana mu impo enedie wo UK wo Europe wo Canada America enye Ghana nkwa na betimi ayisu Taptap Send e dia send sika akọ me fan so wo UK ubetimi ayisu Taptap Send asend sika akọ Germany Belgium Italy Amsterdam chese odi nkrono bebre aka ho a enei ubetimi ayisu Taptap Send asend sika ko Europe akoto bi account mu a unya problem bia instant transfer pa show na akodu onipa no account mu enu nti bomodi a won ka Taptap Send ebusu ekonu ho abeka ne ho bekan ho enedai sa enso ena enei se obi wo Taptap Send na wonso wo Taptap Sender ene Taptap Send the wallet to wallet the aba enti se ne a me wo Taptap Send di ubetimi enso use wo Taptap Send the asend sika through your wallet the abreme ahanum amiti ya se sia bia opese o test hwese asema meka no no credit a bomodin afa Taptap Send no na me mfa me Taptap Send referral code emfa emao ube se ode enipa be se 42 ene wo app is wo Zoom iso obia enye £1 kra at least enwumre menya £42 ko Taptap Send ubie Taptap Send app na ubehu at the top right corner no ubehu gift box bi o click sa gift box no so a eno any o referral code a unique number it is used to identify you. And inti say ene me de me Taptap Send unique number na emanwa Prince K60 Prince K60 indu ko Taptap Send wallet no ho a wo click wallet no so na afi wa kire say send wo bo send no so pe na wa bo me din Prince K and I say me referral code Prince K60 na ube say eyi me Taptap Send wallet number ubetimi asend sika abreme amiti UK a sisia unya problem bia enintina me bo wonka yese ene Taptap Send ede wallet to wallet aba ebusuafo dodo na enjoy ene class otianum na opese me send ni sika ne wallet reference number eno de be mame anase ni telephone number ɛno nso no o de search na ubehunu ɛwɔ Taptap Send wallet ni mu a ubetimi e de send sika sesia lawyer wisdom one person ye try na o de ye try testing mic 1212 na fa send sika from your wallet into my wallet ubehunu se ebeba sesia unya problem bia ebiem nso Taptap Send ede a debit card and bank account details ede eba ama omo customers nyina entiene se uwo eye Taptap Send wallet ni bi ewo app ni mu a ko wallet ni mu sesia o click wallet ni so a ube say account details bi or click on the account details you will see your name would you register on Taptap Send account number and sort code and also IBAN number. Meaning say now Taptap Send is issuing account details, bank account details to their customers at Omo Taptap Send wallet. In this details, see, ubetimi edia mobi ama wetie sika na ababeto Taptap Send wallet nim. Eno so no easy cra. Chese say the Taptap Send one bank your friend say Clear Bank and I come tia boom and I warm Taptap Send customers. Bank account details, especially those who have verified their account omo wallet in their app omo yusu wallet no and they omo ewo bank account details omo betimi ayusu they all their banking transactions NCBA all customers Taptap Send omo ewo no wobema womo debit card any paku kakra bi ena we release a debit card no at the amount. Ubetimia order a physical card and now say ubetimia use the virtual card, link it to your Apple Pay, Google Pay, all your online transactions. You'll be able to use Taptap Send virtual card, or if you decide to order for the physical card and no ubetimia all your payment, provided say you have money in your Taptap Send wallet. You need to have your money in your Taptap Send wallet and you'll be able to use your Taptap Send, either the virtual card or the physical card to make all payment. Now, the enika womu enen se uwo Taptap Send physical card na. Uko Ghana mpa, ubetimi ako ATM, ako yisika with your Taptap Send physical debit card. But make sure you have money in your Taptap Send wallet. Indeed, I will encourage all of you more koi so anamu team more hemi and then you may say we need Taptap Send ko Play Store, App Store, download Taptap Send right now. Ube u download it via ebebu sa promo code use OTMG1 ebe credit you with £10 bonus baby bia will be either £10 €10 $10 baby bia will be na afi ubenya Taptap Send app no area. Na may encourage you obia and so say create your wallet, start using your wallet to make all your transfers, and very soon you will be able to have Taptap Send account details, bank account details, and also Visa debit card. We any amaneba midi free Taptap Send at the air brewo. Mamen dane me ho na me fan krato baako entwam. Eno na chi no midi lawyer wisdom Akaho from Wealthmax solicitors. Eddie Bebro. Producer.
Physical money and pretty me do rap just from me send in a minute in Sabacandia and then one Taptap Send.
Yeah, Ebushan for we didn't did an akuma patchlewa one. They recommended Taptap Send mama. And that's how for also for baby. Now yabasa. Our rating so yeah. Our year A1. So pian load do Taptap Send. That all says it can for Taptap.
Yepon de wotre amansan yepon de wotre gala faucet ye wa kwantu ne di sike kofi nie me yen fa bia ye benu ye ho Taptap edemu Taptap Send in this street
the Taptap de no an eko
Taptap and one na
piao
Wealthmax Financial Advisors launched in 2017, and today we have over 200 financial consultants offering advice to more than 600 families every month. We offer a holistic range of products, including all protection, mortgages, general insurance, commercial, investment, pensions, and wills. The last 12 months has seen us place 1.3 billion pounds worth of cover. That's 148,000 pounds every hour. We are growing, and we continue in our quest to offer full financial services to our clients. We are committed to delivering brilliant services which could help our clients achieve excellence by using their finances in a better way. Our services are trusted and acknowledged by numerous clients and are continuing to grow as time passes. That is because no matter how much we grow, we do not lose sight of providing the most effective and efficient services to our clients. We offer that is specifically tailored to suit the individual circumstances of our clients. Our protection services include life, critical illness, income, mortgage whole of life insurance, building and contents, landlord protection, and business protection. We also help business is arranging right commercial and business loans. We work with families down the generations, and we know how important succession planning is to them by providing them wills and estate planning services. We also provide mortgage services from our associated company, Wealthmax Mortgages Ltd, FRN number 788982. Our range of mortgages include first-time buyer mortgage, residential mortgage, buy-to-let mortgage. We have a proven track record of delivering the best against the most complex requirements of our clients within a committed timeline while maintaining a 100% success rate.
Yo, adafono medamo ase se munya ebre etwen ye ema ye dane ye ho ebaye afi ena wa join ye ya ahanomo eye OT Media TV jumedia ye debro every Thursday bia ya tuni din se eye time with Taptap Send ene nyame wa ye adom ye nsa aka lawyer wisdom Akaho from Wealthmax solicitors ye no eba betwetwen enkomo on UK visas and also a immigration update. Need when it comes to a certificate of sponsorship for a healthcare workers and also students, especially omo ababi suya ade or hanomo ewie. What are the options available to them? Any lawyer wisdom wababe coming home. Lawyer, mema ajo emo akwaba eba ene jumedie so.
Mama bejo so menso ma waju e ma akwaba o ho saying
Onyamena dom me ho ye pa na onso ene abusuafo no nso
obia ho ye me ne obia ho ye
yo ede nyame asese ene wasan amanya kwenya na ode waba bekan ho ewo dwumadie so last week when timi ama ba your able partner lawyer Elvis Edu Amiyaw oba eni eba betwe enkomo na mehwe ye no na enipa dodo na questions ananka omo epeso omo busa no emre ama ye ho kwan amia ntimi amfa all the questions nti ye adwen se nei ye bebo modern na yasan ede ye moaba na ye beto aso na questions a enkofo ewo no omo atimi abusa ni nyina na nei ye pese ye hwe bibi when it comes to especially certificate of sponsorship for our healthcare workers and and also students are after graduation. What are the options available to them? But before that, any general update biaba. Then also a very key question obi busami me pese mi busa sa question no na yede kan update no ho ye wia na fe yakọ the topic of the day eso me gidi se ubetimi aye adom sa na yetimi afa wen mu nyina
Yes, Nana. I mean, why? God help us to do whatever we can within the short time now, you know. And yes, a tier for a share for your mamma chip, and I your mamma do on. Nana, I do on.
Yeah, Joe.
Your mamma, your mamma do. Fight more fun. But you so be on here.
Onyamina
Yeah,
dum. Onyamina dum.
yes.
Onyamina dum.
All right. So yeah, Nana. Is it what to you or what to me?
Mami, yenhwe say if there is any quick update be ohonoma, then I'll go to my first question, then we will come to the topic of the day.
Okay, thank you. Yes, good evening, Biom. And the first thing is that me say by now the Naya to say immigration application fees no and Akoso Home Office on the usually from the beginning of every financial year, not they increase the application fees. And see the 2.5 years for no, there's been an increment. It was 1,200 and 1,321 is now gone to £1,407. There's been a little increment in it. And the other fees, the British citizenship application fee has also changed. And young IA application for indefinite leave to remain, and also the fee has changed. I believe, sir, young IA application after the 8th of April, no, you said there's been some changes in the fees. So that is what it is. I know the main change ABBA. And also the second thing, the changes with the Home Office issuing younger EU family members. Epinumu our EU for what our EU name. Unfortunately, after our no 5 years now, EU no what disappear. One biom, one nkasa, ufrana womfa, na address une information bi a wohwehwɛ no une ebinom saa no Home Office issue wɔn another 5 years sɛ wɔntumi ana wɔn nsa anka yiyune no na wanyɛ indefinite leave application ana settlement scheme application na wobɛtumi akyerɛ sɛ wowɔ kurom ha for the 5 years Home Office is issuing automatic 5 years to people in that category. However, a year and a Home Office will check with the HMRC. Actually, say you know what's not from her for 5 years. Evidence will say why juma for 5 years. And now put what's not from say why juma but there is evidence that what now for 5 years. Who's on the panel? You better remember another 5 years. So people are getting automatic 5 years on top of 5 years now on my down. Now, sir, we will be sana yamo additional 5 years. Now, share you are eligible for indefinite leave to remain. And sesa utwain ema sa 5 years na yedi ama obi omo obetwane na debut. And example, let me use myself for an example. Assuming that my worry you name na yama me 5 years. 5 years so no na ebia menen intem enye papa bisa and documents na me here no wan fama me by Home Office for nkasa ko check who say ampa me yire no what's not from her for 5 years. Na omo mame additional 5 years. Within that 5 years, semene me yire no yentem ebeye okay na or the evidence mehiano edi mamea. I don't have to wait for the second 5 years to finish. I can immediately apply for my indefinite leave to remain. For my indefinite leave to remain. So no optional. But the automatic 5 years is being rolled out. It's been rolled out and already and better than set. You ever refuse you altogether and now we're sitting on the bill. And the amount automatic 5 years now, better. So with me, with me to quiet, you can do everything as normal until set you apply for your indefinite leave to remain. There is an aspect of this application that the person may come. Now, there are situations wouldn't pass we you national no or krom ha. Wouldn't set why juma for 5 years or even more. Wouldn't set our indefinite leave to remain. Wouldn't based on information from family or friends. Wouldn't set o krom ha. Nanso on one ashada ɔbaa no na ahyɛ da sɛ wo no ɔmfa information no ɛmma wo na wode akɔyɛ application anya wo indefinite leave to remain anaa ɔse ohia biribi fi wo nkyɛn wo se wo nso wo ne saa deɛ na wode ɛma no ntiase anyɛ adwuma nti wahyɛ da sɛ ne passport copy ne pay slips ne P60 ne indefinite leave letter no a home office de ama no ɔmfa ɛmma wo ana marriage certificate numpo according in Cheng or see on fama sasanetia as long as you are sure set what's not krom ha you have evidence or there will be evidence of 5 years continuous residence of the EU national in this country so one fama wumpoa emra wo ho a lawyer for temi faso eye application emma wo home office for under Section 40 of the Borders Act, Ombetmia Faso, Aquako Shisha, Ukunu, and Uyina way no, the information our HMRC or PIL, Home Office have the power to check with the HMRC. Sepape, what's not krom ha for 5 years, I continuously, and now, Mame. You need what nakroma for 5 years and now or even more, based on the Home Office Frankasa information na ombenya from the HMRC. No, Ukununu pill, our go and will Home Office will give you your indefinite leave to remain. And think etremodia osi or bono na akwako di onankasa so because at the end of the day, ubenya will indefinite. Ni na also reference on free. So it is always better to compromise than you come to an agreement to some extent, not obiabu ajo. Rather than say, oh, semen fam mano, a kwan wo hwa, emranuma ho kwan, lawyer for, etimi Home Office for say, under Section 40 of so and so of the Borders Act so and so, please use your own endeavor by virtue of this law to check with the HMRC. So, Mr. Kojo, Mr. Kwateng, Mr. Ansa, and now Madam Ampofu, the Home Office will check, and as long as there is evidence, you not for 5 years or more, one of your indefinite to remain. So, don't worry. See a lawyer who knows the right law to use. You will get your indefinite leave to remain. But that is only and only if there is evidence that you know what not from her. Indefinite and a settlement. So the law is there and the law is what we use. That is that aspect as well. So that is also something which is ongoing. The amount of 5 years now, it is okay, but explore other options. Next year, say, if you can get all if the lawyers can use the relevant section of the Borders Act. Now, application. Idea results. I can remember recently there was an occasion. This client relationship broke down. Mamina said she's not going to give him anything because the relationship is broken down. In fact, she left the house with the children. The woman left the house with the 2 children. The gentleman had no idea where they were living. He reported to the police, he reported to the social workers, but she claimed there was domestic abuse, and therefore they were not able to disclose the guy's, they were not able to disclose her address to the guy, to the gentleman. As a matter of fact, the gentleman said it was a pure lie. It's because there was a third party in the relationship. which he wasn't happy with, and that is why it resulted that way. We used the law. The law says as long as she is in the UK, she has worked for 5 years, she worked with the NHS, and there's evidence that she had worked with the NHS for 5 years. We used the law. The Home Office contacted the HMRC themselves, and on that basis, the gentleman the indefinite leave edimano. So the law is there, the law can be used. Don't let anybody intimidate you. We need to use the law. So that is that aspect. So I've talked about the increment in the fees. I've talked about the EU nationals and their family members being given extension of 5 years or indefinite leave to remain if you are able to find the proof or the evidence that EU national has been in the UK for 5 years. And even if you don't have the proof, physical proof, but you know, say EU then of course, you use the law, no, based on the law. Not the Home Office will do their own investigation on that basis. You do a sit nano for your indefinite leave to remain. So that is that aspect. Now, it was on the TV, it was on BBC One. Say a legal representative, there was some secret recording will be a lawyer be office secretly with a video camera to record lawyer no not all to ebenimo for or advice ebenimo said they should pose as gay to claim asylum. I don't know if you saw that or somebody saw that, to pose as gay so they can claim asylum. It was on the news just yesterday. Now, that is the kind of problems lawyers face. Sometimes, why you will 24, man advice, not knowing set, not be sharing, not what did. I record you, or they are to just say this is what is happening. And that is why sometimes lawyers will insist that, first of all, you come to the office, and secondly, they want to be sure that you are not taking notes or, let me put it, video recording of them. So that is what is in the news. Again, it makes younger and application for asylum based on factual grounds. So because of idea, Sanipe akoyenenti, it puts all asylum seekers in a very difficult position, or it makes their claim more difficult because Home Office workers say prove with more evidence. So if anybody is seeking for asylum, my advice is if you're a Ghanaian, your chances of getting asylum being granted is very slim, especially if you're a man. The women have a better chance. The men who are Ghanaians seeking asylum, it is very unlikely, say, because honestly, Ghana is a peaceful country. So explore other options rather than asylum, unless you have all the evidence to support the fact that the asylum now will seeking on is genuine and you have a chance of succeeding. So Nana, generally, these are a few updates. I can take your first question and then we go on to the topic and subsequently questions that will come from our listeners and watchers. Nana?
Okay, cool. So there is this friend of mine, or a British, and wawo eba ewo Ghana. One, opeso who say anye bia ne ba no automatically no, or a British ana. And two, a kwan ben so enobetimi afa no akokofa ne ba no edinaba.
Midasinana. Very, very interesting questions. But you have used some keywords. Let me emphasize, or let me go back to those keywords. What's it, or you're British? That is one. Two.
Papa ni British. Papa ni British. UK.
The father is British. Okay. And abofani
no Ghana.
And the next question I will be saying is abofani British automatically ana.
Aye.
These are the three things I want to focus on. One, Papa ni British. Two, abofra ni wono Ghana. Three, or you're British automatically and now this calls for detailed exploration of the law. One, Oko Section 2, subsection 1, 2 onwards of the British Nationality Act of 1981. Section 2, subsection 1, subsection 2, etc. of the BNA, that is British Nationality Act of 1981. A honor and a specify the nationality or the eligibility to a nationality of a child born outside the UK to a British parent. And it's a Oko Section 2, British Nationality Act 1981. It says a person born outside the UK, a person born outside the UK shall be a British citizen. Born outside the UK shall be a British citizen if at the time of the birth the father or mother is a British other than by descent. Let me take those words one by one. Was the child born in the UK?
No.
Was the child born in Ghana?
Yes.
Okay, so that answers the first part of the question. It says a person born outside the UK. So the first part is yes, we take that one. Born outside the UK shall be a British citizen if, now let's go to the if part. If at the time of the birth, the father or mother is a British citizen. Is the father British when the child was born?
Yes.
Good. And then it goes on to say, at the time of birth, other than by a descent. Say IA is a British other than by descent. What's it? The father is a British other than by descent. What's it?
A father is a British other by descent. So
other than by descent.
Okay, intino memfa ni say papa no enya ne British status no based on the fact say ebia no so papa British.
Nana me da say wama adwuma na simple amame. Enti se papa na ono akọwo Ghana no se ono nya ne British citizen through ono ni papa na oye British ewo krom ha anane maame oye British wo krom ha ene ne banda ono akọwo no outside no ne ba no enye British automatically. Se papa no oye British ono onya British citizenship through ne papa anane maame na omo British ana omo indefinite answer ne ye wo no Sasaneti any ono ni bana wako no outside no abofra no enye British automatically. SSS or register abofra no. Ansana abofra no be a British citizen. Nanso se papa no onyani British citizenship through registration and naturalization. Any bana Wawon outside the UK no ne bano British automatically. Obi waka say anaden. Yenya ya we British for automatically mom no. Ye maya ya won outside onye British. Obi a waba mom wabeje naturalization ono mom okwo ne ba outside ne bani British automatically. Why? This is simple. Now assuming say Home Office was say wo na ya wo papa ya British and ne wo enti wo so akọ wo ba no Ghana wo ba no beka so eden
British
wo ba no so wo ono wa so we British what na Ghana na so owo a ne ba no so beka so eden
ono so beka so British onye Ghana ni
wo na council no so beka so eden
ono so be British
After that, your great-great-grandchildren, what would they say they are?
All the descendants will be British.
That is what the British don't want. So that after 200 years, somebody will come and say, my great-great-great-grandfather was a British and therefore I'm a British citizen. No. So there has to be a cut-off point, a point of reference. Near origin style, the reference point near the date of the registration or naturalization as a British citizen. So they can count from there. Wow, when you automatically no. UK now they are British citizens, but near outside the UK, you have to register them to be a British citizen. And see, what done for no, we need to know on your British citizenship through naturalization. And now, no, you're British. I need an answer to that.
I know that I just say Mikobusano, but I can say na ne maame ne papa ebeye British and son kofa ni figana by. Yep.
All right. So ne maame and the papa British and son kofa ni buy. That is true. Me say onu buy no or the indefinite ne buy and son or naturalize it as a British or register as a British. In that case, the banner or Ghana, Ghana, the child is automatically a British citizen because we know when the father became a British from. That is when he naturalized here in the UK as a British citizen.
Very good. So in this case, Okwan Ben Obek Faso Akofa Akwala Naba. As it stands now, Uni or a British impoa, Uni British passport. The Kwan Ben Obek Faso.
Okay. So Abofano were British impoa or ne British passport. And to suspect ne papano a British passport application for the child. When your registration were a British passport straight away. And so a British passport application for the child. But the demands or the requirements are a lot. Home office person who say, and a passport office person who say, I'm abofre eye papa iba na because e dia yewom se se ntomo hunyansa nkrofo bi akoye applications bi a e kire no mofra na ko report say papa ikro nya me papa o di mi aba o mo treat me enti xyz enti home office for so ate passport for so ate say da dia e ko sui to say the person say am pam pass papa abofre papa abofre papa ampa na enti one DNA. So unim pasa bufrai wuba ujitum sabufrai wuba DNA. And here document number 1. DNA also ubeya from a company that is accredited and approved by the Home Office. Ukoye with any other DNA company that is not approved, what to say the Home Office will not accept it. So use a DNA company that is accepted by the Home Office. Number 1. 2. Over here, birth certificate. 3. Over here, evidence HS or Ghana at the time of the conception. Now Ghana, visa bena odikoye, tickets bena odikoye, stamp bena o passport mo, and to say wabufrana in September 2024. It means you were in Ghana in December 2023 or 2020, January 2020. Okay, it means you were in Ghana 9 months, counting backwards, because pregnancy is 9 months. So they will count 9 months ago and see, were you in Ghana at the time the child's mother got pregnant? So if the child was born in October, were you in Ghana in January, February? If the child was born in September, were you in Ghana in December, January? The 9 months, they will count it. Nana, problem be breaba. Chicha mo for a passport because obi abadu krom ha 9 months and so here abadu krom ha 6 months, 5 months, 7 months. Wa abofra papa odi akoto ne so se abofra ne British citizen. Meanwhile, time na mama ne nyinsan ye wo Ghana na papa ne ni Ghana o ye den na o hwe ne nyinsan no. Enti ama passport office for Almost 15 years. Okay, what we afraid in September. Again, at the time of the pregnancy, you were in Ghana. And then take the tickets. Stamp now on the passport more. And now visa now the coin. These are all evidence. Now, the next one is over here antenatal records of Abofrane Mahame, Orco Hospital. No records when it says you were involved or your name is on any of the records to show that you are the father of this child. Money transfer receipts. Sikabeng na was sent to Abofrane Mahame for the child's upkeep. Pictures when Awuni Abofrane Chicha over the years from the time the child was born, christening, etc., etc. Again, it says you are involved in the child's life. Abofrane Mahame or Ghana passport, they want to see it. We need Ghana passport, the other person who need Ghana card, they want to see the details. Everything you can provide. While they want to see your bank statement. They want to see your utility bills. They just want to be sure that you are truly the father of this child. British passport no. So it's a lot of documents that they require. If you can provide all of this to support your application, plus the DNA, then you have a very good chance of your child getting the British passport. So that is for a child whose father was British other than by descent. The child is automatically a British citizen. But if you got your citizenship through descent, you have to register the child as a British citizen. And you're automatic. You have to register the child, who register the year. Then we get certificate. Certificate no year answer with the British passport for the child. So yes, the process is there, but it is quite a complicated process. You can do it yourself if you want to do it. There's no problem with that, but you should be ready to be answering a lot of questions from the passport office. It can take you, if you're not mistaken, 8 months, 1 year. Documents now with the account, they will come back and ask you for the same documents again. 2, 3, 4 times, they'll come back and ask for the same thing again. If you're not careful, you get frustrated. You stop the application. But of course, the lawyers know how to respond to them. We just refer them in addition to any additional documents. So, Nana, briefly, that is what it is. Section 2 of the British Nationality Act of 1981, that is what talks about children born outside the UK, their eligibility for British citizenship, either by descent or by registration. The child will become a British and they can come to the UK to be with their parents here. Thank you so much, Nana.
Yo, me that's it, lawyer. And to the side, ye movie swift, ye movie encore a year and that topic ne so me sure time no akona nim kakra. And ye any brief na ye mfa questions more. COS said the nyina yinim no certificate of sponsorship for healthcare workers ababe issue e okro mu. Me busa se anye bia ene. What are some of the clear guidelines that ubetimi dia ma obia ene or the COS abakrom hanomo and all the issues are what around COS these days. Then we move on also to students and they so be back school na owie e okrom hanomo and no so no complicate e wom say the omobetimi aye the 2 years graduate route and it's 2 years no and that's all honoma. What are the options available to students at we school Elkroma?
Thank you. So students, yes, that's what they say now 2 years, but I'll come to that. But from the 1st of January 2027, on Batiso from 2 years, Akaho 1.5 years. But I'll come to that later. Thank you, Nana, for the question again. Now, skilled workers. Niamiba came now over and over and over. I'm just giving a summary of younger years skilled workers. If you revoke your sponsorship license, you cancel your COS, you are stranded, you don't know what to do. I'm sure you've heard all this before, but it's just a summary as to what you can do. Number 1, you can go back to your country. It's an option. You score 1 mark. Okay? So you can go back.
Lawyer, the entire mesre ne say minim obia no ye juma MTN customer service manager anyway jai or the COS e de buy minim obi nso a no oye nurse ono nso wa resign and or the abo until you can go back to your country no a very big answer pa.
Okay. So,
Okay,
as a matter of fact, Selbert Nakrumha, Edia Bobo, you become frustrated, you pick up medical conditions, etc., etc. You become sick, you can't work, you get depression, and you're to the point that you even want to end your life. Sometimes it's better off going back home. There are people back home who are making it. They're not dead. They're not dying. It's better to go back home than to develop a mental health issue in this country because of your immigration situation. So that is an answer. You can go back home. Number two, you can decide to do nothing. And if you do nothing, it's also an option. You become an overstayer. And when you overstay, you have to be in the UK for 20 years. Then, Robert Tome, I application under the private life, appendix private life, to be in the UK. 20 years. So that is if you decide to do nothing, just remain in the system, you wait for 20 years, Robert Tome, I application to be in the UK. Number three, step. Ya revoke with sponsorship license. We back say na lawyer. Ya person na kuma and the option now within my idea is not advisable. Well, they are options. I'm not saying go for them, but they are options. So we are discussing. You have to say the options. Set. You know 60 days. Then you can look for another sponsor. But the problem is it is so difficult to get genuine sponsors now. So difficult to get genuine sponsors. Many may be no over one sponsor. I call another sponsor. Second sponsor now I'm call so after a few months, I'm so you revoke your license and back to square one. And ni omuko tuaye ni omuntuaye ni omuye ni scam say the application no ashiegu. And then that is a problem. I know. I'm very much aware of it. But it is an option. So, Uber to me, anya another sponsorship license and then quickly switch to that sponsorship license. The new one. You can move with your partner. There is an instance, even though Home Office force, I think after the 22nd of March 2024, you cannot move with your partner. No? We have a case law. There was an occasion, the Home Office refused the application for the partner. Another application was made, and we raised human rights. As husband and wife. Whilst they are here, they don't have control over it. Uche said they should go back and now abandon Fikrum and which is going to break their relationship. And Home Office raised their hands and are. So the arguments now you raise now, that is what will determine the outcome of the. Even though they say you can't have a partner, but because of the argument that was so cogent and raised, the Home Office granted the application. Even though their own law say you can't have a partner, they still granted the application. So it is possible, but it depends on the arguments that you make. You can move with your partner, or if in the other way around, your partner gets a sponsorship, you can also go on with the partner as well. So one, go back home if you wish. Two, do nothing. You become an overstayer. Stay in the UK for 20 years. I don't think those two options are good options for anybody. Number three, get a sponsor, get a new sponsor, and switch. Number four, sir, when you're obia school, and yet you can look for admission in a university. And then once you are granted the cards confirmation of acceptance to study, you are able to move from becoming a skilled worker or a dependent of a skilled worker to become a student. But that is also a lot of money. Ukwakutia, £15,000, £14,000 for a 1 year or 2 year school degree or master's or whatever it is, and to think about it very, very carefully. And yes, after 1 year, you are back to square one. So think about that. The next one is, of course, we are singular. If you are single, Maria, and you find genuine love, I'm saying genuine because me a lawyer, and so we can genuine relationship. You can switch from the skilled worker or skilled worker dependent at their partner application. So if you are single and you find genuine love, you can switch from the skilled worker or skilled worker dependent to become a partner of a British citizen, partner of an EU national, or partner of someone who has indefinite leave to remain. You can switch to become a partner. You can even switch to be a partner of another skilled worker. As Zoom said, there's another skilled worker over Chromha or a license before the laws change. You can also become a partner of that person, and you should be given your leave to be here. That is if you are single. But if you are not single and there is a divorce, once there is a divorce, you are now separate. You have become a divorcee. You are able also, if you can find love, genuine, subsistent relationship, you can also move on to that. If you are currently married and there's a breakdown in the relationship and you are divorced, nothing stops you from entering into another relationship, genuine relationship. And on that basis, you are able to switch from being a dependent or an ex-dependent to becoming a partner of a British citizen, an EU national, or a person who has indefinite leave to remain. It is also possible, sir, to switch Akaho that basis. So if you are single, you can switch. If you are divorced, you can also switch. But if you are switching, make sure, sir, the EU national, another British citizen, or indefinite now, you are able to meet the financial requirement of £29,000. A lot of people have jumped, not knowing that they cannot meet the £29,000. And the £29,000 you can combine with Sika and Sika. The two of you, if you can bring it together and you get £29,000, that is okay. And our Berman in Kwan, £29,000, that is okay. Oban in Kwan, £29,000, it's okay. And now Papano, £15,000, Obanos, £14,000 in salary. Modi Bomwa, £29,000, you are still okay. So, if you are single, you can marry genuine relationship. If you are divorced, you can marry a genuine relationship. Now, and now during the period now, you have given birth. So if you're a skilled worker, you have a child, the child is British, you can switch from the skilled worker route to the parent route. Appendix FM section, leave to remain as a parent. You can do that application. You need a child's passport, child's birth certificate, letter from the child's GP, etc., etc. Prove that you are able to look after yourself financially without going for benefit. If you can provide all this information, you can switch from the skilled worker to the parent. The first two are partners. Single person, partner. Divorced person, partner. Parents, if you have a child, parent. You can switch to that parent route as well. Another option for skilled workers are their COS has been revoked or their license has been revoked and COS out of place. And it's if they are able to prove again that there is a serious medical condition, serious life-threatening medical condition, serious life-threatening medical condition. If there is anything as such, and you are able to provide evidence to that effect, you can apply under the HRO, Human Rights Outside of the Rules, HRO. But that is only and only if there are serious medical life-threatening condition. If you have no serious life-threatening medical condition, your application will be refused. Your application will be refused. Your money will be taken. It will not be refunded back to you. It only has to be a serious life-threatening medical condition. That option is there. But again, let me emphasize, it has to be on the basis of a serious life-threatening medical condition. The next option is, now assume I'm on 60 days. 60 days they cost. Unyashe, unikuno, uniri, uniba, uni medical condition. Want me and go school, a day over here. Application be a lawyer 40 million. And no, you are protected by the event section 3C. A C, sir, we are obi. Was it now? Limited leave to be in the UK. Now, we have application be to the Home Office. Now, was it now no echo Home Office for now? Automatically, was it now it is automatically extended up onto Home Office by decision. And to a year, now your mom is 60 days. Now 60 days, Nico will not send me option be a make a home a lawyer. With the application, but to once I made the terminal, I remember protection. Maybe she share a crime for. That is another option for you. Application bet me akoda 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, even a year. As long as I walk then you are looking for another option, and then you can vary that application later. That is an option which is available. Now there is one application I entire count awesome. We don't normally talk about it, and global talent. I know an application over to me and also of course it will give you become more or less like a self-sponsored person. You are on your own more or less. But I know the problem I want to say you need an endorsement from an endorsing body. So we have areas like art and culture, architecture, fashion design, industry, film and television, digital technology, science, engineering, innovations, social sciences, medicine, etc., etc. And it's you will be by as a student, and you have an exceptional talent, and you can prove to the endorsing body, if you're art and culture, you are a dancer, you have made name in the arts or in the culture or in the film industry, you are an actor in Ghana, you are an actor in Nigeria, you've done a lot of films, your name is all over the place, you have evidence that you contributed to the film industry, acting industry. If you have all of this, you can apply to the film and television endorsement body. Once they endorse you or they give you the endorsement, you can use that to make an application to the Home Office. In that case, you'll be granted either 3 years or 2 years or 5 years. After that, you will get your indefinite. And usually, you can want some because it is so hard for people to get the endorsement from the endorsing bodies. So we leave it out. But I thought I should mention it today. So if anybody happens to be either in the arts and culture, dancing, music, display, stuff like that, that is an option. Architecture, you came to do architecture or something in the university here and you are very good at it, why not? Film and television, fashion design, digital technology, science, etc., etc. You are able to do that. Apply for endorsement. If you get the endorsement, you are about halfway through. If you get the endorsement, you're halfway through. But how to get the endorsement, that is usually the issue. So you can consider that as well. So briefly, Nana. Oh, Nana, I hear there's no sound.
Uncle Sam, but you check your end. There is sound here, and I'll ask for you to go out and come in again. It will be okay. And be Uncle Sam on sending a message and can say on call out no Sam Brabium. It will be fine.
Thank
All right,
you.
go ahead.
So we'll talk about skilled workers. You switch to a new sponsor. You have a parent. If you're a parent, you have a child, switch to the parent route. If you are married, switch to the partner route. If you are divorced and you're married again, switch to a partner route. If you have a serious medical condition, Obi, besides that, what is a serious medical condition? Serious medical condition includes people who are suffering from, let's say, life-threatening sicknesses, cancer, all types of cancer you can think of. All kinds of cancer you can think of. You can mention that one, dementia and all kinds of Parkinson's disease, and there's some nervous problems and issues as well. There's this person who says he's been trying to get in touch with me. Please call me. I'm not in town right now, but call me after the program. Yes, I know we can talk, please. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. So,
but you'll be specific on WhatsApp. So they will get it. Yeah.
Yes, don't direct. Call me on WhatsApp that you can get me, please. Yes, I'm sorry.
Maybe he was trying to call you on the normal line whilst you are out of the UK. Yeah.
The normal line will not come through. It will go through to the office. But if you call me on WhatsApp, please, after the program, just call me and I'll be in touch, please. Okay. So, students, if you're a student and you are here, you finish your course successfully, you can go for the 2 years graduate visa. 2 years. That is continuing up until the 1st of January 2027. From 1st January 2027, they'll give you 1.5 years, not 2 years, 1.5 years. 1.5 years. That will go to the 1.5 years from 1st January 2027. If you're a student, you finish successfully. If you cannot go to the graduate route. So make sure you finish the course and you pass all your modules, and it should be fine. If you're a student and you want to go for a further study, if you're with your first degree, you want to go for your master's, make an application, go and study for further studies. That also gives you another 1 or 2 years. Then you can go for the graduate route. And now if you finish your master's, you want to go for PhD, why not? Go for that. That would also give you a couple of years. You go for 3 years as a PhD student who has finished their course. You will be able to get 3 years to be in the UK. So students, you can go straight to the graduate route, or you can go to the further study route if you have the money and the means to keep on studying and paying them. The next one is partner. Whilst I was school, said, if you find yourself in a genuine relationship, a partner, a British, indefinite leave holder, EU national, genuine relationship, switch to the partner route. And on what himself is leading to settlement. After 5 years, genuine relationship, you get your indefinite. 2.5 years and another 2.5 years, indefinite, you are free. And yes, sir, you still have to find a way of settling anyway. So that is what it is. So partner, if there's a genuine relationship. Parents say, a British citizen, you can switch to your child. You can switch to the parent route. Work route, skilled worker route, you can look for another route, and once they will give you, not necessarily the graduate route, but if you can get a sponsorship and they are willing to, again, give you sponsorship license, then of course you can switch to that as well. And again, finally, to the global talent, again, you are able to switch to that if you get the endorsement in that sector. So generally, these are the options available to skilled workers who are struggling with their sponsorship licenses and students. Sponsorship, parent, partner. If there is serious medical condition, like I've mentioned, cancer, of course, we don't pray for any of these things, but if it is a fact that that is the situation, of course, you can apply on that basis. Or I know one or two people that unfortunately they suffered from stroke. And of course, we had to make the application on that basis for them because they became immobile. They are not able to do anything. They can't talk, they can't move. On that basis, an application was put in because of the medical condition. So yes, that is what it is. So that is it. Nana, questions. If we have questions, I'm happy to respond to the questions. Thank you so much.
Yo, lawyer, quick one. Bacho, so Zoomy, so now any question be lawyer Bacho, Mawon Sasso, na mefao. And I will the question so to chat room Bacho yen snappy mommy said they be a meet me ready na mafa other people and so dear na a quantum. Oh, here now question wa Mawon Sasso na lawyer emfa na or any follow up question what me busao no it me a yano the amount. Quick one, lawyer. Talking about certificate of sponsorship. Mayor day so we catch obey switch mami. Na obviously the other things baba. Mayor then me who says sa uni pay sponsorship certificate or person di mami. Jenny. Ni inti mi busa sa ne se and na no be say a week ago and a branch be frame me. Also a lawyer be a obetimi abuano. Na ni COS baby wu in 2 days time. Obi so obetimi aye switch na mano. Omo mano the reference ni certificate reference number the application no. During the application process no or the share emua almost say it is not valid and I say correct. Meaning say he's having problem with the certificate of sponsorship no nipa ne diamano. Ofre ejumewura na nso say ade na ode amano no correct. And also okay. Say correct there any wire application ni mano. O si there bi ono nso onye. Let me say foul play bi ya ba mu ho.
That's a very good indication. Say there's a problem somewhere.
yeah. It's me and me say employer here also be ya mami. Jenny.
Thank you. I have just gone online to check something. Nana Uko Home Office site, and I just go to Google and enter Register of Licensed Sponsors. Now the UPAFA UK can Register of Licensed Sponsors. I have just opened the list. It's thousands of companies. It's all there. Thousands of companies. Register of Licensed Sponsors. Edeniba, location, Ebeba. The location, the town in which it is, whether it is Birmingham, Sheffield, Hull, Swindon, it's all there. And say, Eyemia, not Obimami license. Now, I will go online to Register of Licensed Sponsors, and I'll run the name through and see if that name is on the register. At least that tells you it is a company that is still operating. Sir, please run away.
Okay. All right.
That should be an indication you say there is something going on somewhere. So go to Register of Licensed Sponsors. Register of Licensed Sponsors UK. Register of Licensed Sponsors. License is LICENSED. Licensed Sponsors UK. All the names of the companies that are registered, licensed, are there. Check anywhere. Please don't get yourself involved. Thank you.
Yo, Ebusian for Sabri, me babefa all your questions into Mr. Mawansaso na me mfao. Na on joining a OT Media was a platform non so me the link no to chat room hono e dia man see join us you pay all this link lawyer e kan ho asem no me the beto platform no so said ye be ya registered license sponsors ohu omo license sponsors so that you know who to deal with. And I say ukubusa say omo wa adwuma kra na watimi hu omo a obetimi akwa follow omo no obusa so omo wa adwuma. So join the OT Media platform to learn, contribute and connect with the diaspora community. Me that say yo yenko na yenfa best way driving school aman in Saso ache. But go ahead and ask your question.
Yo, the church presenter and some lawyer so say you know it's gonna hire baby Italian information if you pass 20 minutes competition fee. Must be we can
yeah tap bit me
I think we can preoccupy and it said me Mudensa na buy kodra na sa ne buy no manko o ma se bi etwam na ni mo na mko hia baba obi a ono so wo British na kumeni eba a o British na o da paso onye ne krata ya man to have here but aba wa bane etwam na emu odin ye pa entan kan bete bu se bit me gina sa baba wa so ne ba no so e di ajinin krata na si se ne wo bi mu kan wa sana metin da ajinin krata.
Medase. Good question. Two options. Yes. Sir. Because
me bacho ni okaya ye me de o se empra twe mu ye din bacho koso.
Sorry also for and now you're digging. Yo, Midase. So, Nana, it is this. Because Obama and you're British, only indefinite, EU national, and also 2.5 years based on NIBA. And it is the OYA application now is going to be outside the rules. You see, under the rules, as a partner, your partner must be British, must have indefinite, or must be an EU national, or someone who has refugee status. But in this case, she's neither British, nor settled, nor EU national. And until OYA application under the immigration rules per se as a partner, it is likely to be refused. Now, so OYA application outside the rules, it is or human rights outside the rules. Even though some are men on your British, only indefinite, only EU national, still only know a family life. Based on the arguments that only know a family life, Nancy, you have a 50-50 chance that you can be granted Article 8 on the basis of your Article 8 human right. That is if you are based on your stepchild. So when you know a bar, it changes the equation. It makes it stronger for you because it makes it stronger. I'm going to make Joseph Fikrum hat neja ubaneko. Ubani nyabone bia, ubanu wasitna. I'm going to make Joseph Fabufrana nefi krum hako. Ne mame empeneso. And it makes your argument stronger if there is another child between you and the woman involved. So yes, both are possible, but one is a little stronger if there is a child as compared to one that has no child of your own with the woman. So yes, it can be done, but Tisenia Makano, 1 year stronger and one is a little weaker. Thank you.
Yeah,
let's wait. Because ana man pranchweni munyedin. Why? Yami be yeah, to also near for tea. Team Bacho, go ahead and ask a question. Hello, T.
Sir, hello.
Yeah,
Patrick Menka.
Bajo you. Ah, yes, on
Oh,
Kappa.
good evening. Good evening, Laura. Good evening, Bakwame. Pacho,
Good evening.
me
Also,
brother,
also, Emu Diana.
Pacho Davi.
Okay, Bajo, you too.
Pacho, my brother is dependent on my dad. As my dad is EU.
Yeah.
Only the girlfriend no so yɛ student we finish course na ɔmama no 2 years aka ne 1 year wɔ ha ɔma wo sisi a no ɔmo nim deɛ ɛsɛ abɔfra no kɔ so because my brother yɛ dependent on my dad ɛna my sister-in-law no nso yɛ student aka ne 1 year nti mpatwɛ advice bɛn na ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo de akwadaa no kɔ Ghana but ɔmo nim
Okay. Okay. Sister T.
Laya, we am Mr. Laya, we am Mr. Mibusa T asem, and so, and Prachi mu yet in Ibia Bemu, so who? Laya Bajo, so.
But Nana Usha, I mean, the beautiful thing about this country is the law works. The laws in this country work. Now, we have a case called the case of PG versus VG. PG VG. PG versus VG. And not a case, actually, say, we are you name, not o krom ha, not uba, uba, grandchild, no, a family member of the EU national as well. Okay? So the grandchild is also a family member of the EU national. And the brother no or based on your dad, maybe this or 5 years settled status. And so 5 years settled status, but maybe the same 5 years no money or no because his child is the grandchild of your father. And so the child can also get 5 years based on the grandpa, who is an EU national. Ne maame or your students no, sɛ ne ba no 5 years ne wie a, ne maame no nso betumi ayɛ application outside the rules, HRO, based on ne ba na okra 5 years EU pre-settled status. Sɛ abofra ne papa nya indefinite pair, in other words, sɛ wo brother no nya indefinite a, ne ba na okra 5 years no, we will register that child as a British citizen under Section 1(3) of the British Nationality Act of 1981. The child becomes British. That changes the mother's position. So saying an Ibana and 5 years old abium or a British citizen, that strengthens her position and that brings her under Appendix FM Section LTRPT as a parent. On that basis, so for right now, your brother should go for the same 5 years for his child. The mother can switch to the child whilst waiting for your brother to get his indefinite. Once he gets it, the child is registered as a British citizen. The mother switches her leave to the child as a parent of a British citizen child. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank
you. You're welcome.
I will encourage T Obama or brother contact a lawyer na wait me abua na omotimi asort ni out. You. Yeah, that's it. Yenko Kofi Honum. Kofi Bacha Yeti.
Yo, lawyer, me da sisu bebre nyamisha ene monchechre. Na masem kakra mpese mbisa concerning COS no. Na mababe wo ewo krum hase no. Na lawyer ma yeti ase se obetimi aswitch abra akọ abofra ne de no so. Na madwen me na kakra abra abofra ne nyinya 5 years and 7 years. Okumano ubitima nisa.
That's it. Niami kind maybe I should have explained a little more. Say abofano parent, the other parent, assuming say Kofi our visa questioning abofano only will be our abofano mame or British and our indefinite that will be British automatically. In that case, ubetimi application based on the child. And as abofano mame crack 2.5 years based on another child. Not Uban so 2.5 years which application, but that's going to be outside of the rule. So it depends on the other parents now, the status. But Sabufrani ni share, then of course you can own to many application be based on that child. So I should have clarified that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then that's the
Yeah, now stay blessed.
nurse, lawyer Metiase finally, a nurse or Sacran for now 5 to 7 years automatically, and son Abia, Dachibia, no, Acrania, both parents, but a bit me switch it to Acrani the innocent.
Yes, please. Se papa ne free, mama se ne free. Then ye wabu frana 7 years. Put nakuma for 7 years, sir. Under appendix private life, you register, you apply for the child for indefinite straight away. Once the child gets indefinite, or the child is 7 years, just 7 years, no one indefinite in poor. Once the child has been here for 7 years, both parents can apply based on the child. But it is better for you to get the indefinite for the child first, and then both parents can apply based on this child.
About you, and then that's the super share.
That's it.
Yo, lawyer obi busa say or a student na obeso invite ne partner bahanemo on a visit requirement ben will be here.
It's fine. It's allowed. So let me invite you be your partner again to visit you. But near all banner. Omo bɛhwɛ sɛ ɔba a ɔbɛsan akɔ anaa enti edwuma bɛ na ɔyɛ sika sɛn na ɔgye, how much does she spend, how much is left for her, how much is in her savings account, what shows she will go back, etc. What assets has she got. They'll look at evidence just as ɔba a ɔbɛsan akɔ. Once you can provide the supporting evidence to that effect, they should give her the visa to come. But assuming sɛ wo partner no, example, Abia on a student on Yejuma, on Sikabia on account, Mona Sika on account, Mokwana, Sika cash depositor. Ombaka said, no, this person is not likely to go back when they come to the UK. So the better position is Abia or Yejuma. She's earning a substantial amount of money, she's got some reasonable amount of savings, and then a letter from the employer stating her position, stating her salary, how long she's been working with them for, etc. Then that can be used to support the application for the partner to come to the UK.
Yo, lawyer, I know say enche bia o time no obeko enti no mamenfa questions no quickly o mama nsaso no na mintimi empeke dodro na ochina se emre bebem na se wenya kwan kra na lawyer Elvis benya kwan a ebetimi ehia on ask the lawyer dwumadie no so na ya toa so, but for now there yen try fa omama nsaso. Okay, yen call Molash ehono. Molash, go ahead and ask your question. Hello, Molash. Yeah, to come back.
Okay. Dada mo sinu mo dwuma pa mo ye. Lawyer Patron, nam te se me busa say. My brother-in-law ne wife. The wife near British. I know or depending on the wife no. Into omo koto dan recently. But omo movie and omo say name mo ye dinna mo kakra. Enti na omo say omo person omo find out say aban betimi aboa o. Say bi omo betimi akon university na be possible.
Oba.
Amo mba mi no.
Well, possible say my betimi universal support for Mofrano. Okay. It is possible, yes. Oh brother no or 10-year route this one or 5 years nso.
5 years.
Well, say 5 years, and then it means that say or person or renewable they will have to meet the £29,000. So below the 29,000, they will put him back on the 10 years. So he has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to. Can I go on?
And to know what it means is, but what to make him? What to make kind to the attorney says, Omoje Nasa or Corini be Nasa Omo meet 29 now, yet they never come back.
Yeah, they never took 10-year routines. So instead of 5 years now, they never took 10-year routines.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the reason the Americans are saying for you to be on the 5-year route, you need to meet some requirements: relationship, immigration, financial, English language, and accommodation. they have because they have a mortgage. Relationship, marriage. Immigration will have with a valid visa. Financial, you have to be earning £29,000. So if you're not earning that, and the government has to support you, it means that you have not met the financial requirements. And if you don't meet it, they will not refuse your visa. But there are children who are British citizens involved. Don't refuse the visa, but they'll put you on the 10-year route rather than on the 5-year route.
Wow.
Okay. Yo,
okay. Your matter papa, me patro facha me. It means say, oh yeah, juma, mireni su ye juma. It is on any me and the bomb no 29. I the bemano. I no kwa.
Hey, baby. Me and bet media boom 29,000 is okay. If you have a panigi 20, if you have a panigi 15, Mamma Suji 14, and I'm a mini let's say 18, Papa Suji, let's say how much?
21.
11. 18 and 11. Almost the 29. Okay. As long as the two of them can come together and make the 29, it's perfect.
Okay.
Aya, my yemfa ensi ha na yemfa ofofro. Me time no be. Isif, but you'll go ahead and ask your question.
No, Otimedia Edamas and our lawyers Edamas say, now should be our own in Chechreiba. Yamichao and Yaoshin, Yamin show me. And my question, and I say, lawyer, if I'm say this is my fraud, I'm a fraud for someone who move up and only who name says fraud was about them.
Come to go
to office. Now, a pressing issue. Me cousin back home, Nemawa na Nevisa or school work visa. Now, Nevisa no we January ho baby. My oil application, you know. I say, nipa no oil application I want no 1 million because no say or say I can miss an application is successful. A bank and quarantine, you know. And no mean any fees so. Inti Monday I know say or printing colano right to work at come school anymore. Now some of us are I spy back when 4 years back when 8 years. There's I spy from January up to this week. Yeah, who yes say stand on my application, you know. And person who say omit me a application, no, and I say yeah, internet better be who into na bet me share.
That's fine. And on Friday, I'm going to sit no. I'm going to sit no. UK there, they should be able to go to school. The law requires them to go to school. Whether they have the right to immigration rights or not, they have the right to go to school. And she should still take them to school, register them for school. On the other hand, say almost sister need anybody not almost was kind of so yeah, but look, the point is this. These children, you're going to spend over £4,000 for these kids' applications. It's one of the things I wanted to talk about today, how to save money. One child, so that's over £8,000. I'm afraid I'm going to first camera. And that is something you have to consider very carefully. Unless or yet fee waiver, not a demand, then about my application for the children. And so raising Article 8, human rights, very strong application. I'm sure say then they can continue with the education here. Thank you.
Okay. You're like me that's a pan.
Yeah, that's it.
Yo, yeah, lawyer actually na omo enhwe ehho asem enkama. Yemfa doctor Bako or Hanum. Doc, but you unmute yourself now. Busa question why?
Okay, lawyer, thank you very much for the information given us.
Thank you.
I just want to ask. I'm just arrived in the UK and with sponsorship, and the job that I was given was a permanent position. The sponsorship is up to 3 years. After 3 years, what should I do in terms of the new immigration law? Can I apply for to remain permanently, or what? Just need some information on in this regard. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Is it Wachi?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for the question. Now, the Home Office is still undergoing the review of the consultation papers that were raised, the answers that people have come up with, the associations, the charities have all responded, and Parliament has advised the Home Office to be very careful with how they handle this situation, especially changing the rules. So far, nothing has changed yet. The Home Office said they were going to change it in April. But Parliament said clearly they are not ready to change it because they haven't done proper detailed assessment of the impact those changes will have on people. So nothing has changed yet. So in your case, as long as you came in before any changes will take effect, you will still remain under the current condition on which you are, because the laws will not take retrospective effect. And that is what Parliament advised the Home Office, that they cannot apply the rules retrospectively. People who came under these current rules should remain on the rules. So if you've been given 3 years, after 3 years, you go for another 2 years with the same employer, total of 5 years, you will then be eligible for indefinite leave to remain. We hope and pray that they don't bring in any caveats that will put people on the 10 years route. But as it stands today, you are still on the 5-year route. 5 years, 3 years first, 2 years second, total of 5 years, indefinite leave to remain. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, thank you very much, lawyer.
A pleasure.
You're welcome. Yenfa Prince Boama. Prince, unmute yourself and ask your question. Prince, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah,
Okay.
But I say, yeah, really a lawyer or Daroma. Maybe a Wahanam, the dependent to a skilled worker, a Wahanam. Now, a car 3 months now, your time no aso. But sponsor no dear buy no. It is our the allocation, COS allocation no atumbat. And date to money 18 weeks, which is about 5 months. Sometimes next year, the end also no. Because I create 3 months. And this is about you who the because you say we didn't run and say the good at it.
Okay, all right. I may advise you. It's a very straightforward advice for you. Let's me did this out from beginning now. Application be what we are. Uditum and San was sitting you are protected under Section 3C of the Immigration Act of 1971. Section 3C Immigration Act 1971. And C, so will be what limited leave to remain. Not Sunday panel the application call Home Office. And Sana na sitting on the air ko na sitting no and we.
Okay.
Still no. It continues up until the time the Home Office will make a decision. Example, Abia, we say about in 3 months' time. 2 months' time, how they are two. And now, me point to Montam, my train, Abia 1 week, and Sanebe Una, and Sanebe Tum. Me the 2 at that time. From then, me the 2, I have 35 days, and Sanamako born in Mensan. My train 30 days. And Sanamako. So, because you want more time, right?
Okay.
Yes. Until my train 1 week, secondly, with the 2 I have 35 days to do my fingerprint. My train 30 days. My train, I got 5 days, and you would have booked it anyway. You would have booked it. 5 days, you still have more time. The application better me for that Home Office 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year. As long as with the 2 more answer, you are still in the UK legally.
Okay.
Well, sir, you are waiting for the COS. The COS never seek legal advice. You put in another application to vary or to change the money you paid and everything. Home Office will refund it to you. Then you are here safely. And yes, I know will pay. When your COS you can't switch because if your visa expires, you cannot switch here in the UK. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Prince, Yenfa mienu ewa hanumu Richard, Bajoyetio.
Okay, lawyer. Good evening. Yeah, Phil. Nana. Good evening. Me Pacho. Me quick question. Me Busana in relation to the first question. Question now beside. Na nipa no oba no divorcee.
Right.
Oba as a dependent of a skilled worker, but divorcee because of infidelity.
Okay.
And as they say, oba no agina ne ba a British so ha age 2.5.
Okay.
But oba no de nkoda 2 any free the first marriage ni mo aba.
Okay.
Na infidelity na make no the first 2 no na baako enye be ma ne ba.
Okay.
Na ye ne former boyfriend. Na wabehu no wa ha. Enti no they say ono so person who say so ne boyfriend na te. Say nkoda mienu na oba no from the previous marriage no baako ye ne boyfriend ne ba. Enti no betimi because of that no boyfriend na wa ha ni ninkrata obetimi agina so de anya bia na.
Possible. So boyfriend no abofra ne baako eye ne ba. So betimi akire se ono ne abofra ne papa. It is possible. So omumienu na tia. This will be an application, pure human rights application, pure human rights, because only the abofra ne papa or we are involved in the child's life. If you abofra ne post school, parents evening they are living together as a family unit. There's a strong bond between the child and maybe the other stepchild and this woman. They have another stepchild that is a British citizen and based on unknown and Animame and Sunyani 2.5 years. It is possible, but we have to raise a very strong argument with a lot of family pictures and occasions, maybe letters from Umukwa, the pastor can write a letter, the GP will give us a letter, the school will give us a letter. We build a very strong argument based on their human rights that you don't want to split the family. In this country, raising children is difficult, especially without a father's support. It's going to be difficult for the woman to raise 3 kids all by herself. So we build a very strong human rights Article 8 application. He has a chance of being granted outside the rules. Yeah.
Okay, lawyer Medasi. And my last question, me patcho read the other room.
A brainy intimacy.
Okay, yeah.
That's it. Yamisha. Camo 19. Bacho, go ahead and ask your question. Bacho,
good evening. Bacho, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, too.
Bacho, me chamu ni na lawyer Medasi. Yeah, Bacho na person in this say in case say mini biyire ni kwara na wo ha say UK ha na maybe a dependent and acquire say me no lances no home office I so ma revoking na amunya ma 60 days no there but Pacho acquire no what should we do now? They just inform us say Oma revoking but 60 days no there
Amunya
my evidence is the lawyer.
So what Niaya can is your sponsor's license has been revoked and everybody employed by the sponsor is affected. You do not have to do anything until you receive another letter from another department of the Home Office. Your leave. Sure. Yes. So Sanetia, you are still here legally. My advice by say if you can look for another sponsorship quickly within this time. Once you get any sponsorship, please move to that new sponsor. You are here legally without any problems. So if she can get a new sponsorship, please go ahead with that. On the other hand, we are dependent. So we sponsorship now. Because of the change in the rules, you may not be able to move with her. However, I give an example. If we make a strong argument to say that, look, Mwana modi visa ne mawo edibaye as husband and wife. Mwana, they have children, etc., etc. Are you saying that because you changed the rule during the middle of the game, Home Office changed the rules, are they saying that the man should go back to Ghana? Are they saying the woman should go back together? Is that not splitting family units? Is that not breaking the family apart? So we make a strong argument. So the ideal position is for the woman to get the sponsorship license if she can. But if not, if the man gets it, application can still be made, and the argument of family life, human rights can be raised to support that application. Yeah?
Okay.
Yo.
Mamima, another example about who situation but I'm just giving an example. There was an occasion where there was a scenario where the woman married somebody else and she and the children got their leave. And I'm afraid papa no, so because on a manual contact on also your application based on nema on also edinya nasit. That's just something that we had handled some time ago. I just thought I should mention that to you as well. Yes.
Okay, me that's it. So let's go for more details.
Martin.
Mama dena friend. Aya, asimbia bahare na za asemi we dia. Membusa wa mintimi ma wonko. Obi say my partner who is still a British citizen, my partner who is a British citizen is still married to his spouse. If I can prove that we are in a genuine relationship, can I get my settlement or my stay?
Yes. Yes, you can. When you go to GE,
lawyer, I'm so one take question here. My main question here. Or say, my partner, who is a British citizen, is still married to his spouse. If I can prove that we are in a genuine relationship, can I get my stay or settlement?
Okay, let's take it one by one.
Yeah.
Definition of a partner. Go to GEN 1.2 of the immigration rules. It defines a partner as somebody to whom you are married, somebody with whom you've been in a relationship akin to marriage for 2 years, a civil partner, or a fiancé or a fiance. Now, this partner is still married to the other partner. They are still married, but I suspect that the relationship is broken down. Even though they haven't divorced, it means they are still married, but the relationship is broken down. Okay? Now people can be married, can still be married, but separated, living separate lives.
Yeah.
As long as there's no divorce, they are still a married couple. But it is also possible that the man has entered into a relationship with this person who is asking the question, and they've been in a relationship for 2 years or even more. Once that is there, and they can prove that the man's relationship or the partner's relationship to the other partner is permanently broken down, even though they are not divorced, that person meets the definition of a partner under GEN 1.2 of the immigration rules. If the other documents are there, proof of relationship, gas, water, electricity, TV license, covering 2 years or more, and there is evidence that they are living together, etc., etc., they have communication, etc., etc., the financial requirement is met, and let's say both parties are in the UK legally, it is possible to switch to the partner route based on the British citizen. 2.5, 5 years, indefinite, after that, citizenship. So yes, it is possible. Even if one party is still married to the other partner, but the relationship is broken down. It sounds a bit complicated, but the law is the law.
Law is the law. Yo, lawyer, on this note, I think I'll draw the curtains here and take your takeaway message out there, your contact details, office numbers, said you and go for me contact you. Hopefully, tomorrow, if you can make arrangement for us, we will definitely have ask the lawyer tomorrow. That would be great. We will talk about that. Is it going to be possible?
I would need to speak to my colleague. You know, I'm not around town, so I'll talk to the
I know. As the lawyer Jumedi, Ochina, se uni WhatsApp platform, so I joined the OT Media WhatsApp platform, and I will update you on that, whether as the lawyer tomorrow will come on. Since the lawyer, wakodi baby, and no, lucky na when you America cry at the amain. So, your conclusion statement, then contact details. Na fe yen faunsia. Shane so, ura A class betnemuna or the tap session, focus session, no, ede a brain, and inti lawyer we are menko. Stay tuned. Yeah, they all that you need to know about tap ebeto aso the amount. Lawyer, you
na maybe so question say uba eka chiro say wunya time mano and to call retirement at na office for no there na worker.
Lawyers, I say media answer na me you ano no. Answer na me you ano no. Na me chire nkwala bi nso ade. Whilst I was in Ghana. Na omo papa ni very busy me body amobehu no. O very busy pa. Na when na one day akwala no go school. Ne report e bae no. Wa nya di o school kra. E na papa ni bu fu ye. O tiatia ne ba no kikanani. Na ne ba ni bu sa ni say daddy. When was the last time you checked my homework? It was a maybe any it you know Obano Odika. You need to spend some time with them. It's very necessary.
So I would say you didn't spend time with us, so we needed you. So if you're on retirement, please remain in the office. Don't come to the house. And I don't want that told to me. So please. You spend all your time in the office. Retirement, please remain in the office. I don't want that to happen. So, we are combining everything as we go along. Thank you.
Yeah.
Why?
Awesome.
This is wisdom. Wiseman Solicitors. Yeah, we're Dawson Junction, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, 8 to 9 the Print House. 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, 8 to 9 the Print House. Yeah, we're Dawson Junction. The postcode near E8 3DL. E8 3DL. Echo 8 3 Delta Lima. And telephone numbers near 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. Mobile number near 07931 411 042. 07931 411 042. And here mobile number. No? Nana, you're Dawson Junction. I mean, we are here to help as much as we can, whilst we can. Very few times the situations would always have solutions. Some may be immediate, some may be mid-term, some may be long-term. But at all times, there's one way of looking at it or the other. Mufra, Namuba, we are more than happy to assist you. What we do here is advice. It's not a comprehensive legal solution to all the problems. We don't have the time to deal with legal issues from start to finish, application from start to finish in a 1 or 1.5 hour time. But of course, sir, we'll pay assistance. Please call 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. Nana, medase. Lastly, Madam Fubi oil soldier. Nana,
Bajame wapa 0208. Bajansa na wode wadam ne bebano. Office number 0208
0165
0165
384.
384. Okay. Bacho wadam fu soja na 780 o.
Wadam soja. Osi de bia se mo fa ne he bibia. Awo be ka kire na o de scanner ma o ma me o akoto ne ma na ma mo. All the time. Until one day, I will find out about so, but daddy, you cry, don't do anything for us. So it's mommy who has been doing everything. Papa say, hey, Mate. To say now we say yeah. On one casa, he makes time, takes them to the shopping mall, buys a thing for them, pays from his card for the children to see that he is doing something for them. And yes, sir, I will find all the glory, besides all that he has done in the background, all the glory will go to their mother and nothing will come to him. We have to make time for the family. And yes, sir, one day they'll tell you to go back to the office when you need them most. And Nana, if you have a child, apart from the legal advice, the legal time we make sure when a child becomes a great person, they'll mention your name, not all the glory goes to my mother. The men, we have to get in all hands on deck. Otherwise, thank you so much.
Yo, lawyer, you better say n'enyumre ewo embra wenya ede amayen ewo dwumadie so. Nyame ya doma said the midi kan no china. Ask the lawyer dwumadie may update you ewo OT Media was a platform no so. Name mom share say dwumadie Taptap Send adaroma Emma yetimi ede ebrel every Thursday bia. Time with Taptap Send any lawyer and I yedeno ebrel say unka Taptap Send ebusuye kuoke se no ho bomodia download Taptap Send today. Go to App Store, Play Store, download it, and we'll download the area, sign it up area. Ebebusa so promo code. Use the code OTMG1 OTMG1 ebe credit will app no with $10 euros or pounds. Now, on your first transfer, you have a bonus of $10 euros or pounds. Taptap Send. Eguswa na shimu the enyoma pa bre ne customers into no bomodia na also koso na use Taptap Send na weni ebeje ho pa enche bia Taptap Send de debit Visa card ebema customers nyina into say o sika e Taptap Send wallet mu a baby a wonam bia obetimi use Taptap Send card no de atade empo ukọ Ghana ubetimi use Taptap Send Visa card no de withdraw money from your ATM and they say the sika na exchange rate na obenya ewo app no so no pepepe o withdraw na usa aka usika ewo my Ghana mu sa enso na sa bra me no ka say omo we use Taptap Send wallet no Taptap Send ama bank account details. If you call Taptap Send wallet mu a o click wallet no super ubehu account number and sort code. Meaning say ubetimi de sa account number and sort code e de ama obi a ubetimi atua usika na ba beto Taptap Send wallet so. Na won so send ya call my Ghana mu a na ye easy cra e de amount. And it bomodian na kai na unyusu wallet na start na yusu verify our account. Upload either your passport, driving license, Ghana card, verify your account, and you'll be able to use Taptap Send wallet, and you get your Taptap Send account details, and also you will be able to get Taptap Send Visa card very soon. You bet rolling ne out ediama obia. Me dane me ho na ma fan krato ba ku mi me ba ora e class be trem na odi e Taptap Send focus session no e dia to aso dia man. Enko ba bia me ba.
Nyantechwa emre bia am disika be free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no me use Taptap Send no fee mobile money transfer easy convenient fast and sounds so free won't she me discover ye mapim Taptap Send entienne also download the Taptap Send app no ewo mobile phone so free na fesika komo abusuafo wo Ghana fa na nyina Taptap Send papa no.
Hello, this is Lawyer Wisdom of Wealthmax Solicitors. Join me this and every Friday on OT TV from 8 to 9 p.m. for all your UK immigration matters. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Yo, abusia for Madam Assessor, Monya Ebre, a day at train. Sabra Minuka say, Ora A class or a crado or the Taptap Send focus session or air twasso a day am I. Tiora A class, Mr. Sumu Hanamo, Emami.
Yo, Nana, Rami, that's it. Uncle, wisdom said, so for the